I found myself finding brotherhood in my friends. That's why I'm really, really passionate about my small circle right now of male friends, because I cherish those things, because I cultivated those relationships based on what I understand. We are here to make each other stronger and better. Yeah. That's why our circle is so small, right? Yeah. And so if you don't have friends that you can accept feedback and critical feedback from, there's no point of having.
Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back to How the F Is This, a podcast. So today I have the pleasure of having two of my closest friends next to me, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna have men talk. All right, so we got Crystal, obviously one of the hosts of How the F. And Crystal's gonna kind of gauge today's conversation. Yeah. You know, we thought it was important to come together for Men's Month and just have a brothers talk. Yeah. So we're gonna dive into some things, get into some things, and yeah. So Crystal, come on.
Before we start, like they knew, you can't just be jumping into stuff.
Oh,
you gotta take a little time.
I was gonna let you introduce them.
I know. Oh, okay. I got it. All right, I know. Like jumping right in. After we got the drink situated, but first of all, Brock, really quickly introduce yourself so our listeners know who you are.
Okay, I'm Brock. I'm from Virginia, Norfolk, Virginia. I was born in Norfolk, raised in Chesapeake, live in Richmond. I'm a substance abuse counselor, entrepreneur. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great dude.
Yeah.
Now to you.
Oh, this is what I do very well. So, greetings and most humble salutations. I am Jeremy King. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. I live in Atlanta and Richmond right now. So, I'm by state, by coastal right now. So, yeah, that's me.
No man. Well, I'm really excited to be in the middle of this conversation and have that conversation with you all. So, of course, we are talking about brotherhood. Mm-hmm. Let's start off by sharing, what does it mean to you personally? Whoever wants to dive into that thing.
I'll go first. Yeah. So I remember, growing up, right, I had a lot of friends, but male friends, it was about 15 of us that used to hang out. Yeah. So we used to walk to school together. We used to all hang out in my friend Aunt's house. Like, we played football in the street. We was running in the snow. We was making money together. Like, we did everything together. But I also had a lot of different friend groups. But this friend group in particular, when I think of brotherhood, damn, I'm already about to get emotional. Now, when I think of brotherhood, I think of this song by The Best Man. Is it The Best Man? It's what did my brother do for me?
Yeah.
That's The Best Man, right?
It's one of those, yeah.
Yeah. That song.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Who wants to go next?
Well, for me, brotherhood, I think, is a little different. In my past, I grew up artsy. So I grew up in performing arts. Now, granted, I have an older brother who's 2 years older than I am. Then I have another brother who's 10 years older than I am. He's a little different because I was disconnected from him. He left when I was probably like 4 or 5. So I really didn't get the brotherhood feeling from him. But my middle brother is 2 years older than I am. But he didn't feel like a big brother because he was too close to my age. It wasn't until he went to college and came back after his freshman year. It was like, oh my God, you're my big brother. Yeah. But like growing up, I spent a lot of time under my mom. And being in the arts and dancing and being in the band, I spent a lot of time around females. Now, granted, I had, male friends, but brotherhood really didn't sink into me till when I got to college. Yeah. So being in college, realizing like, oh, these people are like me, but not like me. I need more male figures in my life outside of my parents. My dad definitely was there, but just to have that person or people that, we share those same life experiences as a male, it hits different for me. So being able to be around people who can motivate you and push you and, you can, be vulnerable around, I think is what I need in brotherhood and what I look for in brotherhood.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it was like, I grew up with my brother. My brother's probably 2 years and 10 months. We say 3 years, older than me, but I was always close to him, so I always looked up to him. He kind of took me under his wing. I mean, sometimes he was mean, you know what I'm saying, as a big brother is, but he didn't play about me, and vice versa, I didn't play about him. So I think as I'm growing now, even though I live a distance from a brother, it's not that far, but you know what I mean. I look for men or males in my brother. I mean, that's hard for real. Like, so you know what I'm saying? So I look for that loyalty. I look for that consistency. I look for that person that, you know what I'm saying, I got their back, they got my back type of thing. So, like, my brother really set the standard as far as what I consider brotherhood.
Yeah, I love that.
And to y'all brought up y'all brothers, but I mean, the same thing too for my brothers, because how I was raised, like growing up, my older brother had to watch me for like years, and I had to go everywhere with him, do all the things that I didn't want to do. You know, he was. I mean, my brother used to make me do dumb stuff. Like, yo, rub my feet with lotion. I was like, yo, you ever seen his toes? Like, he had the ittiest feet that I ever seen. I'm like, yo, bro, like, he would like smack me if I washed his feet. I'm like, bro, you're wild. But yeah, and then my little brother, he was like my little baby. I'm like, all right, we going everywhere. Like, I'm fighting people for you. Like, don't talk to my brother like that. So that, I mean, brotherhood. That's like a summary of brotherhood for me.
I'm gonna agree with you on two things. Like, my big brother did like make me like, well, I had to go everywhere with him. Cause I mean, my mom was at work, my dad was whatever he was doing, like mostly at work, but you know, outside too. Like, but my older brother, he used to be annoyed that he had to take me with him, whatever, right? But like, he wouldn't let nobody make me do nothing crazy. Like, I'll be like with the little, like the younger people, like you know what I'm saying? It'd be like the older people, and he'd be like, yo. Look at this. Like, y'all go over there and rob somebody. Y'all go in there and steal something and steal. My brother's like,
not
you're not doing that.
Right,
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come over here, bro. Like,
I love that. Like, so there's that level of protection. I know you got me. And so thank y'all all for sharing. And it's interesting because you all have brothers, right? And so I want to talk about like how you started having somewhat of an understanding what brotherhood was when you were growing up in your family dynamic. And then it shifted when you started to create brotherhoods outside of your family dynamics. Was there challenges in that? Like creating dynamics with dudes or friendships with guys when you were growing up?
I think for me, if I can jump in, my dynamic is completely different from theirs that I'm understanding, because they had brothers who were cultivating them as young black men, and they followed them and made them do different things. I don't know if my brother's gonna watch this and he hears this, but my life was a little different. I didn't feel my brother as being a big brother. I don't feel like I had a close relationship growing up. Now my middle brother had a close relationship with my oldest brother growing up, but I didn't get that because our paths were different. My middle brother was more into sports. He played football. He played football and wrestled and all that stuff. And I was in the band. I was a musician. I danced and I played tennis. So it was completely different. So we didn't have a lot of things in common to keep us connected. And so when I got to, it wasn't until I got to college that's when I started to understand what brotherhood was. Now my brother was now in college, so it's like, okay, brother, big brother. But I found myself finding brotherhood in my friends. That's why I'm really, really passionate about my small circle right now of male friends, because I cherish those things, because I cultivated those relationships based on what I understand and what I believe brotherhood should look like.
And was that challenging for you, like not having much experience and then going into college and now like, oh, wait, I can have male friends? Because you did mention that a lot of your upbringing was around females. And there's a difference. And the drama, the lack of drama, the conversation, all of the things. So were there a lot of challenges when you first got introduced or you first started to cultivate a friendship with whoever that male was that you...
It was a challenge because I was so hungry to have that type of friendship. I poured so much into the friendship and it wasn't reciprocated. And so I felt as if I was being very vulnerable, exposing who I am as a person and all the challenges I dealt with, but it was one-sided. And so that kind of, it's just like a first love, right? That created a wall that I ended up putting up, moving forward in a couple of years, because I felt as if, I don't want to just give all of me to someone and it's not reciprocated.
So I also grew up around a lot of, my family is mainly female, so I had a lot of female figures in my life too. So I feel like
That's it.
like with my brothers, I learned a lot of stuff, but also like I learned a lot of stuff from like my female cousins and my aunts and stuff like that.
I'm not saying women don't teach.
Yeah.
That wasn't what I. Don't attack me, ladies. That wasn't what I meant.
I'm just saying. Yeah,
No,
I'm just saying. Yeah.
I understand. And so then at some point, wait, I don't think y'all answered though about the brotherhood and transitioning from your brother to a friend that can become your brother.
Yeah, I think you know, nowadays versus back then, like of course you live wherever who was raising you lived at. So it's like I didn't really have standards. You know what I'm saying? I'm 6, 7, maybe 18, whatever. You know, I don't have standards as far as what I'm looking for in a person or people. You know what I'm saying? Like but like you said, when I got to college and I started living by myself, like, you know, like although you still got your family, it's still like hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you go to sleep at night, it's just you. So whatever problems you're dealing with, like you can't really call your family per se, but it always helps that you can pick that family. So I felt like in college I had standards to pick who I wanted to be, you know what I'm saying, close to me. You know what I mean? And that, I feel like that was hard because everybody doesn't live up to that standard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it was challenging versus from when I was like growing up.
No, I think for me, I mean, you know, I lived in the suburbs, right? So everybody went to the same school and all, like we knew each other for years. So it was easy to gain friends, you know. And not every friend that I had that I would consider a brother, right? Some, like out of all the people that I talked to, males, I probably really only talked to like 2 of them now from everybody that I grew up with. And for me, I think though my brotherhood relationship has started with them through, you know, our relationship with each other's family, through our conversations, through our experiences with each other, and how we check up on each other still today, even though we so distant and we don't really, you know, see each other that often. In my adulthood, when I went to college, I felt like I became more open. Now, people will argue and say that I've always been open and outgoing, but I don't think that.
We still waiting for the video.
No, I don't think, like, I was open and outgoing, but not to the extent that I became when I went to college. Right? So, one of my closest friends I met the first week in college, and he wasn't even there for the whole 4 years. Like, he left the second semester, but that's like one of my closest friends today. You know, and that we became close friends just really from me learning his life story in that short time span, and how he showed up for me as a friend, and just how we just like clashed together. So I'm the type of person that trust is really given until you break it. So because I give trust, it's easy for me to gain relationships with individuals who show mutual interest in wanting to gain a relationship.
So, you know, as y'all are talking about brotherhood and the connections and things, especially in friendship, I want to also circle back to your moment of when you talked about brotherhood and you became emotional about it. What came up for you?
I don't know.
No, like
what? Like what?
You go.
I really don't know. Like, I just really love my brothers.
I think everybody knows that. I know.
Like, birth brothers, friends that became brothers. Like, I just really rock with them. Like, we just have a good time. Like, I don't know what. I really don't know. Like, I think me and my friends, we've joked about this, you know, guy friends and female friends, like, yo, what if we all, like, moved and didn't live next to each other? Like, I really don't know what life would be like. Like, what if today I picked up and was like, oh, I'm going to Oklahoma, and gotta start over? Right.
Anybody
gotta start over? I will be tight. And I really envision, like, yo, we gonna all buy houses on the same block at, like, 60s. Like, y'all travel, we can travel all the time. We can travel, do whatever. Go ahead, you move in that city, stay, whatever. Boom. But once that retirement hit, where we pulling up at? Where the house gonna be at?
So as you said earlier, that you are all friends. So when did it change from, yo, I love you? Like, does anybody remember that moment where they was like, oh, I fuck with you? I mean, I don't curse no more. I rock with you like that. When was that?
Dude, the moment,
let's
go back to like how did we even develop a relationship, a friendship? So
I didn't know if y'all wanted to talk about the
So
best
King
thing
was
about
gonna
the
beat his
future.
ass.
Oh,
No, James, I know the truth. I know that you.
This is how it went down. So I started working at Virginia State at a really, really young age. I was 24 when I first started working at Virginia State. I think Greg was probably 12. Yeah. So he's probably like 21, 22 around the time he was in grad school.
Yeah, I was like 21, 22.
Yeah. So my office was the hot spot.
Yeah.
Like, I was a young, dude who worked on campus.
Meanwhile, nobody knew him. I didn't know him.
The people knew
And
me.
I've been at state.
Okay.
Because I had just gotten
Did you
there.
know
I was there.
Okay.
Right. Like, he knew me. He wasn't nobody.
Yeah.
So
I'm getting that.
the
now.
story was I was in my office and one of my interns who worked for me was friends with Greg. I walked in my office, in the outer part of my office, and I have like these computers set up and these workstations. And I looked and I said, who is this guy sitting in my office on my computer? Like, I don't know this dude.
Right.
And so,
No, that's not where I was at. I was in the conference room. Because I had all my stuff. I was on my computer, though.
Yeah, but you were in my office, and I didn't know who you were.
No, your office was across the hall, but...
That whole suite was mine. Outside of that door, it says Jeremy King.
We might get to... Go ahead.
Okay,
finish your story.
No, we're not doing you tell a story.
No, I'm not... No, I'm just...
No, Greg was like,
I'm
now
just
let me tell
actually
you the story.
correcting. I'm just correcting as he
So in
said.
a nutshell, I asked Jasmine who he was. She told me who he was. I said, and he got smart. And I said,
Oh, well.
I have you escorted up out of this office.
It's
And
lined
he's
up,
like,
right?
I would like to see you try. And so I think for me, the combativeness,
Yeah.
I like that in people.
Yeah.
If you can go back and forth with me in friendly banter, that lets me know you can take some. You have some substance with you. You're not a boring person.
Yeah.
So skip past the semantics. I think that's what started. From that point,
We went to happy hour. That's
Yeah.
what happened. Happy hour was like a thing in Richmond.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we used to be, I forgot the website, but it was a website. And we knew every happy hour. And it started like, they knew each other. Me and Brock was friends.
Mhm.
And we all went to happy hour.
Yeah.
And then one happy hour turned into 20 happy hours.
Yeah.
Like, it was just,
It's all because of that mouth.
Yeah, well,
you know?
it works sometimes in his favor.
Yeah.
So y'all had this moment, how do you make,
Listen, I'm over here like, dang, life.
I don't even
life
know.
must have
No,
dragged
I
me
think-
because I don't remember none of that.
So I think me and Brock met because we were RAs.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we got cool during like a winter break.
Mm-hmm.
And then we became roommates for a summer because we was doing summer school. And then that summer is like when we really became like friends. So like we would, as RAs, we would talk, but it wasn't like we weren't friends. We didn't have no friendship. It was just like, oh, I know Brock, boom, it's Virginia State this little, everybody know everybody.
Yeah.
You in True Foundation, I'm in BBS type thing.
Yeah.
And then when we did summer school. After that, that's kind of like when we developed our friendship.
Yeah.
But I met Brock outside of Greg. So I met Brock through a mutual friend. I went to Johnson C. Smith University, and Brock came down to homecoming with a mutual friend that we had.
That's
And
right.
I met Brock then.
Brock
and
like
so,
that.
and I lived in Richmond at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like, oh, you live in Richmond. Oh, you're friends with, we're all in the same little after, we went in the after party. We met up at their alphas. I'm a noob. So we all were there. And all my friends in my life, for real, have always been alphas. It's weird, but
Makes sense.
no. Because we're here to stir y'all stuff up. That's all. But anyway, so I met Brock through a mutual friend. And then we became cool after that, just being back in Richmond.
Thank you for that. Because I was trying to place it at Virginia State, and I'm like,
I don't remember
when
that.
did that happen? Like, I'm not like a talker. So I was like, what, did I just go to his office? I was like, I think I did that. Like, you know, I was like, man, what the world? Yeah.
Share a time for us when one person can do this, or y'all can bounce off of this multiple, like a 3-person situation, when you have been held down by one of them emotionally or spiritually.
Why are you looking for me? Not doing good.
Emotionally, spiritually
Or
held
spiritually.
down. I mean, y'all the guests of the podcast, so y'all can speak first.
I don't have a problem with speaking up first. But I think right now, in my current state, I think my friends are really showing up for me in a way that I've never needed them to, or needed anybody to ever show up for me. My last couple of years, I've always been in a committed relationship for the most part.
Yeah.
And I think right now I'm having some tumultuous times right now because I'm dealing with a major breakup, and relationship was 5.5 years. And so for my friends to be there to support me, to champion me through this time, to get my head back straight and figure out what life looks like as an individual and find myself outside of being connected to somebody else, my friends have really been there to support me. Now, I have my good days and they keep me up, but I do have times where, like they just say, "Ooh, you're not doing good." I'm not doing good. and honestly, this week I had 2 days where I wasn't doing good, and my friends have been
joke
there.
so much,
right?
Joke too, like everything's a joke, but we be serious. We be serious, but yeah, my bad.
No, you're fine. So they've really been there to support me throughout this time, just to get me back in line with me as an individual versus me being connected to someone else and building a life. So my friends have really, really been holding me down.
Yeah.
I think well for me, like I think they hold me down through like action. So like it's like I pay attention to what what they're doing, and I'm like, like Greg is getting closer to God. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I think it's time. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? I did it on my own pace, but it was like, I need to get it together. Like, can't go be in a relationship. I'm like, like, probably need to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's time. You know what I'm saying? But I will say, like, and vice versa. Yeah, and vice versa though. Like, they've been there for me, even though they might not know the situation. I think they always come at the right time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could be going through something. Like I said, I'm not a talker.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? I deal with a lot of things. Like, not saying unhealthily isolate, but I isolate to get it together and not come back outside. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I feel like either they show up at the right time or they're just paying attention. And you know what I'm saying? And it's something small, like, oh, you want to go here? And, you come over and do a little, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll come outside. You know what I'm saying? They get me outside.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's like that. Like I said, like, they don't pressure me to talk about anything that I don't want to talk about or pressure me to talk at all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I think, just leading off example and then just like paying attention to the person I am.
Yeah.
So that's how they go.
That's important.
Yeah, very.
Thank you.
Without. My friends definitely show up for me. I mean, I'm the friend that's always doing something. So like so whether it's Greg doing a magazine, Greg having a birthday party, Greg going on vacation, Greg doing speaking engagement, like I feel like my friends always show up and support whatever I'm doing. Even something as little King out here did a leadership conference. He's like, oh, wait, I'm going to set this up like this, and I'm going to set it up like this. And this is something that I'm not thinking about doing, but because he's in his profession, he's like, oh, no, you should do it like this. And because this is profession, you can get money for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could be like, yo, I'll help you, but you got to give me a little, but you just looking out in that type of way. Even one way, Brock, I remember I got into my car accident, and me and Brock had just left each other, and then I called him. I'm like, "Yo, I smacked 3 cars." Hey, yo, Brock came. First of all, Brock got there so quick. He was at the pizza shop. He like, "Yo, eat this pizza, eat this pizza." And one thing about Brock be so unserious. He be unserious, serious. He's like, yo, just eat this pizza just in case the cops come. Because, we was out. I had a drink or whatever. I wasn't drunk, but still could have gotten in trouble, right?
Yeah.
So, but, it was like 2 a.m. You know what I'm saying? Like, dropping it down. Like, I wholeheartedly feel like if I needed something or even just wanted something and I asked them, I feel like they'll reciprocate for it.
Despite rising societal stressors, it's possible to take care of your well-being. Levels Mental Health provides compassionate care for those experiencing mental health challenges. Our holistic approach addresses anxiety, depression, behavior issues, and trauma, ensuring individuals feel understood. It's time for accessible mental health services for all. Visit levelsmentalhealth.com to learn more, schedule a consultation, or donate to expand outreach and support our community.
How do y'all hold each other accountable?
Oh, we be having chat. So if we have a lit night, right? I'm gonna throw it back to them. But if we have a lit night, who do you think the most talkative person is?
Right.
Right.
I say that because I have been out and Brock will still engage. Like not in a bad way, but he will hold the conversation down. Like
chatty.
Yo, I like having conversation with Brock.
If he is on one, he is on one.
I like you though. But
no, go ahead. How do y'all
hold each other accountable?
Yeah.
I mean, like, and I'm talking about, like, because sometimes I feel like, not just in male friendships and friendships, you see your friends doing certain things, nobody say nothing, for real, or, like, maybe you do, but you're not like, no, bro, you wrong, or no, sis, you wrong. Like, do y'all be that direct, like, nah, you wrong, like, or maybe you should think about it going this way, or y'all more like it ain't my place, I don't want to have no problems. How do y'all handle that?
I can speak from the lens of both of my friends are both in the mental health industry, right? And so they always think they have a word, right, from a professional standpoint. But they will listen, let me go on a soapbox. And then they'll say, so you want me to give you feedback?
That's me.
Absolutely.
Right.
I love feedback.
Yeah.
Good, bad, and different. Because at the end of the day, we are here to make each other stronger and better. Yeah. That's why our circle is so small, right? Yeah. And so if you don't have friends that you can accept feedback and critical feedback from, there's no point of having it.
How you gonna grow?
You're not gonna grow.
Exactly.
And so I don't deal with people in my inner circle who's only substance based, right? And because I can be very surface with a lot of people. So if I allow you in that circle for me, that means I hold what you're saying and your values in life, period, close to what I want to do and who I am as an individual. Like my friends, and I think this goes for all of us, we're all individuals doing things with our lives. Right? Yeah. We're always progressing in our career. We love to travel. We love family. We are God-seeking Black males. So our inner circle is not too much we're going to allow anyone to do that's going to take us off path. Because, again, accountability for ourselves. We're not going to do anything to make our brothers look at us crazy. So I think that's one way that we unintentionally hold each other together. What would Brock say if I did? What is Greg going to say if I come in this house with this? Right. So,
nail the head.
Like,
how can I say that? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I think another thing about us too is that we're all detail oriented and in different levels, right? So like even when we're telling stories, sharing things to each other, it's like you can't just come to me and say something and I'm not digging in. Wait, time out. So what happened? We get into the bottom of King wants to know every little detail.
That's me too.
And then he it's like if he had a remote, it'd be play, pause, play.
Yeah.
Play, rewind. I'm trying to get the story over in under 60 seconds, and now the story is 10 minutes.
My friend called me the other day, and she was telling me so. She was like, I was speaking at this engagement. She kept going. I was like, wait, what day was this?
Right.
I was like, was it yesterday? Was it last week? I was like, or she was telling me about a party. I was like, when was it? What time? She was like, well, damn, it was on Friday. I'm like, I need to know. Like, I want to know the whole thing. So I'm with you, King. I'm with you.
Absolutely.
And so, like, y'all have these moments where you're like, all right, I don't want my friends to look bad. I don't want me to look bad. I also know that we are evolving. We're evolving in our spiritual life. We're evolving with our mental health, our emotional health, our finances, and you're doing all these things. What gets in the way of male friendships, do you think?
Ego.
I'm
gonna jump right out there. Ego. Because, and it goes back to what I said, if you don't have people around you that you feel comfortable with getting that constructive feedback, it's not gonna work. And so you set yourself up around people who are unauthentic with who they are as a person and what their relationship is. What is this friendship that we have? Why are we doing this? Are we just homies? We going out, we kicking it, we going to the bar, or we playing basketball, we playing tennis? I play tennis. So is that what it is? Or are we really digging in deep in who we are as individuals and growing? Because if you don't have those people around you, your ego will stop you from being authentic with who you are in a friendship.
No, go ahead.
But I was just saying, like, with y'all two, like, I never had to question that, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I never had to question, like, what is this? Like, are we just chilling? Are we, you know what I'm saying? Are y'all trying to use me? Like, what's going on? I never had to, question their intention. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why, you know what I mean? Like, whatever.
Yeah. Has there, y'all in y'all friendship, y'all solid, has there ever been a time you like, I don't know if I can fuck this person no more? Like something happened that was so like, we gotta repair because this might end our friendship.
I would say it was like a little situation where like me and Greg were roommates or whatever. I'm not gonna go too deep into it, but like, you know what I mean? Like in that moment, I just felt like I wasn't being heard. And I could have been wrong. But like, I just felt like I wasn't able to like, I don't know, like I wasn't being listened to almost. Like it was just like, my feelings didn't count in the situation. So like, I just felt like, you know what I mean? Well, if it's like that, like I can't even, you know what I mean? We can't have a conversation or at least like me being able to like say what I gotta say after listening to what you had to say. Like, I don't think that's right. So like, our friend wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But I mean like, you know, years went by and we didn't talk. And then one day I graduated from my first master's. It's been like years. You bought a house.
Y'all didn't talk for years?
Yeah, like
it was like a year.
Okay.
We didn't talk for like a year.
Okay.
Yeah, he bought a house. I didn't go to the housewarming. Like I felt terrible about it too. And then like I graduated from my first master's, and I just hit him up like, "Yeah, I'm going to the rooftop," and he came.
Wow.
And we just picked back up. But like I think like probably a little bit after that, when we was at the Mario going away, like I was like, you know, bro, like. You know what I'm saying? I just want to apologize for like, you know what I mean, not speaking to you for that long. Like, I was like, you know, whatever happens, like we gotta make sure that we talk about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like we grown and like our friendship like this, like we didn't stop talking and came back and act like nothing ever happened. You know what I'm saying? That's rare to find, but I did want to address the elephant before we move forward. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that's important.
Yeah, very, very.
People tend to, first of all, thank you for your vulnerability and sharing that. And so people tend to like skip to the next thing. I want to feel good. So let's not talk about the fact that I ain't talked to you for a year. Like let's just go on to the next good feeling. But the repair and the strength actually happens in these very tough conversations where you can say like, "Yo, I'm sorry, and I see you."
Right.
And y'all can move from there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's crazy because I didn't recall how I just remember us not talking for a year. I didn't recall how we started talking again, but I know it was some social shit. and then we just got
outside. Back outside. No, that's good. That's good. And so also too, right? We're going through that journey. What are some things that you feel like strengthen male relationships?
Communication.
Yeah.
But most men are not talking about deep shit to their other male friends. Yeah. And that's the issue, that they're not creating, like, you have to go through stuff with people, and not saying that y'all have to go through it together, like it has to be friction between you two, but you have to go through stuff with people in order to like grow some type of bond and connection with each other. Right? If we don't go through nothing and our friendship is surface level and blah the whole time, like that's just what it's gonna be. Blah and surface level, we're not gonna grow any further. You know, and that's fine for some relationships.
What that is.
Yeah. But that's what I would say. What y'all think?
It's tough for me to really say because I'm speaking from me to you. I can't remember us ever having a falling out. I can't recall. And then even for Brock, I don't want to go backwards, but your last statement about, you know, friendships and if there was a time where we, you know, had some type of shakiness and it was like, oh, can I rock with them? It wasn't anything specific. Brock is a private person, naturally. He goes into solitude, he get his stuff together, he come back out. And for me, and go backwards, when I was looking for male friendships, I told you, I always felt like I will pour and it never be reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, for Brock, in learning people over the years, you have to understand who your friends are.
Yeah.
And
not take it personally.
And not take it personally. And so me understanding who Brock is, it's okay. I don't have to talk to Brock for 2 months at a time. And I live in Atlanta. And I call Brock randomly and we just catch up. And I don't feel any type of way now that Brock doesn't call me, or it's 2 months and I hear from Brock. It's okay.
Yeah.
And even with Greg, well, I don't know, because that's right. He come to the phone and call me to tell me something. I'm like, okay, story time. Got it.
He loves story
But
time.
I don't have any situation with these two where it was to the point where I was like, I don't know about this. And I think that's because it's really genuine. Now, do I want it? Sometimes I want to say, I want something to test this friendship. Like, just test it to see if this is, even though I know it's real, just like, what would it be?
Yeah.
What could really come between us at this point?
I don't know if you made me think of something that I heard a long time ago. I'm not saying that this is a fact, but this is what I thought about. I heard something a long time ago that said, if you have been in a relationship for years and you never had a dispute, you're not in a real relationship.
I've heard that too.
And there's so many times where I'll be like, I remember one time I was in a situation and these two people were arguing. And the girl said, I know you all my life and I ain't never argued with you. And I was like, well, that's the damn problem right there. Because how do you know somebody for decades and y'all never have a disagreement? That would imply to me that there's some type of surface or there's some type of lie. I
will say though, nothing has been dramatically dreadful and
don't got me like I'm about to kill you.
We have differences.
We
definitely have differences. And we will go back and forth on those differences because he think he's always right about everything. And I'm a fact checker. So researcher by day, by night. That's the engineer part of me. I like facts, right? And so Greg could say something. I'm gonna give him a moment.
You're like,
in the middle of it. I'm figure it out. Yeah, Greg, no, it's this. Third. No, I mean, yeah, but. What you mean? But facts are here.
Wait, this is not
so I know my friends.
I think it depends on how you look at the problem too. Is it you and your friend versus the problem, or is it like you and the problem versus your friend? You know what I'm saying?
Right, that's a word right there.
So it depends.
That's a word right there. Is it you and your friend versus the problem, or you and the problem versus your friend?
Yeah.
And that, if you can take that however you want in any type of relationship, because that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
We are not. There's no war. The ego is gone, as you talked about a couple of times, King. And one of the things that was really stood out to me also to what you said was when you talked about not taking things personally, right? But not taking things personally, one, you can have the practice of not taking things personally, but most people don't have that full practice. But then there's also like this thing where you got to have more experience with a person to know, right? It took you a while to say, oh, he not just doing that because he don't rock with me, because I'm a very open person too. And I used to distance myself from friends that didn't call me to check or tell me their business. I'd be like, hold on.
I'm giving more. And I'm not getting anything.
Where's my thing? And so I would distance until I started to learn the person. I'm like, okay, not taking things personally.
Yeah.
I'm like more of a, this is what happened versus this is what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm explaining what I already did or what already happened, what I was dealing with, versus me dealing with it now. Because I'm dealing with it. I'm going to talk about it.
It's like watching a psychological thriller, right? So it's like, the rocket type of person, he'll tell you something that happened 3 months ago, and then you be like, wait a minute, so that's when we was over there? And then, and now you, like, wait, if he tell you, sometimes, you'll be able to put the story together. You'll be like, oh.
All right, I get that. I get that now. So, I have a follow-up questions for you, and I want us to do this practice, right? Because we're about to end. I want us to take turns, or not me, but y'all.
Okay.
First, King, you are going to lead. And you're going to tell Greg what you deeply love about him. And then you're going to tell Brock what you deeply love about him.
Okay.
And then, well, you know I was going to do it.
Oh, what? No, go ahead.
I'm always the one starting.
Then, because he's not supposed to be saying much anyway. No, you are. This is your podcast.
Don't I keep talking?
You go, and you do the same thing. And then Brock, you do the same thing. Are y'all ready?
Yeah. So, Gregory.
Yeah.
Marcel.
You can keep it short.
Oh,
This one. I just
Yo,
mouth. So for me, for you, the thing, I'm gonna pick one thing because there's a multitude of things that I enjoy and love about you as an individual. Yeah. So I think it's your undying thrill of success. And creating relationships with people genuinely.
Yeah.
Your spirit is very infectious. It is no one that you can come in contact with that they're not going to love and adore you.
Even when I'm
when
nasty.
you nasty. And just to add some humor in it, because we're always joking. We can be somewhere together. Greg Mouth can be going left, and I'm right there with him. So we gonna tag team. And he could be the one spearheading the destruction.
Right.
But what happens, because his energy is so great and people gravitate to him, they look at me and say, You're
the problem. You're the problem.
Me? What? But it's the fact that that energy that you have and your drive and always are such a giving and loving person, I think that's what keeps our friendship so deep and so connected on this road. Retirement, you mentioned that all the time. What we doing when we retire? Wherever we are, we're going to be right there together. And so I can't see at this juncture in my life without him as my best friend or in my life, period. No matter where I am, where he is, I'm going to find a way to get back to Greg. So.
Yeah.
Always come back to you.
Brock, I think what I enjoy most about you is, which is, it's how I used to be, but I enjoy that you are like this. You're able to keep some things close to your heart and not be always an open book until you figure it out versus just being, this is what it is. I think it's a lens of being focused, a focus lens that you have. You dive into it, you come back, and it's like a caterpillar. You go into this shell and you come out like a butterfly. And I think that's so dope. And then for us as a trifecta, it's just amazing. I think I'm, for the most part, the most emotional, vulnerable person out of the group.
Yeah.
But
You think it's me?
but in a nutshell, like that's what I love about Brock.
Well, maybe because we talk, like we all talk, but I talk to you. I talk to you more than y'all talk.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
So yeah.
I'm gonna go next since it's your podcast. You're gonna I'm not gonna be long. So Jeremy King. I love how intentional you are. Like when you say that something is something or someone is someone, like you're gonna work at that. Like if we're gonna be friends, you're gonna work and make sure that we're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna call, you're gonna do everything a friend's supposed to do, and if it doesn't work, you can probably say it's because of you. Type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like you are very intentional with your movements, and I really appreciate that. Like very genuine in everything that you do, and yeah, I love it about you. Greg, I would say like your will to problem solve. Like you take a lot on. Like I always ask you, I'm like, Greg, are you tired? I'm tired for you. Like, and he's never tired. Like hands in many pots, but like. You always give time to every single thing. Like nothing, I feel like nothing in your life is lacking. Like nobody can ever say like, I haven't talked to Greg in a minute. Or nothing can ever say like, Greg needs to be here for this. You know what I'm saying? Like you make sure that you take care of everything that you start and then you finish it. So I really appreciate your ability to problem solve, your ability to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if you're not going to be there, you're going to set it up so like whatever you got going on, somebody that you put in that position is taking care of it as you would.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciate that about you.
Sure.
Yeah,
That was good. Y'all doing good.
Yeah,
Y'all doing good today.
Today.
What I appreciate about King the most, King's my best friend. Obviously, I heard that, right? But what I appreciate about King is King is somebody that you could really talk to about anything. Like, and he's gonna give you it raw. Like, he's not cookie cutting anything with you. Okay. I mean, he's not sparing your feelings about anything, but he's not being rude at all. About him being analytical and just paying attention to detail, like not just at work, but just across life, everything that you do. Like, I like that about you. I admire that about you, and I wish I could be a little bit better at it. Yeah. But that's what I got you for.
Balance.
What I love about our friendship the most, like, I laugh with a lot of people. Like, I'm the goofiest, but I'm probably the goofiest around you, right? And we will be laughing about any and everything.
Foggy.
Any and everything. And I feel like you are the type of friend that I can do anything with. Like, I can do anything with. I can talk to you about anything. We can be in different rooms. We can be professional. We can be ratchet. We can have fun. We can be on vacation. Like, you can be the lawyer. You can be the doctor. You can be all these different roles within our friendship, and I appreciate that.
Girl.
You crying?
No, I'm not crying.
Oh, that's right.
He's always so emotional.
For Brock, me and Brock have been friends longer than King and I. And I feel like me and Brock we kind of like, we didn't grow up together, but in our early adulthood, like, we kind of grew up together, so we worked at these basic jobs together, and we were roommates, and we had conflict, but never conflict to the point where it's like, we ready to fight. Like, we always were able to manage it at some point, and I think that even though Brock is not that much of a speaker, when he does speak, he speaks of substance.
Absolutely.
And he speaks of to problem solve. Mm-hmm. Like, and I like that about him, because it's like, he doesn't try to attack the friendship, other people. Like, he wants to be that person that makes sure that, his heart is trusted, but as well, your heart is good, and we can, come together and mend a relationship. I like the fact that Brock is family oriented. Like, he's very close to his mom. I'm very close to my mom. That both of them are close to my mom. They've both been places, without me, right, with my mom. Him and my mom love movie days. They talk about, art and whatever they talk about, and they have their own relationship, and even in the midst of, their relationship, nothing ever crosses over, right? And we always respect, that boundary between, like, friends, family, etc. In business, right? Like, we literally do the same thing. Yeah. Like, if it was a copy paste, it would be similar. It would be similar. Yeah. And people, that's why when people see Brock and I, they think like, yo, are y'all brothers? Or like,
Twin Towers.
We the Twin Towers, because it's like, yo, y'all, we're into a lot of the same things, right? So we both like music, we both like modeling, taking pictures, those type of things. So that's how we connect. And I just really enjoy our friendship and being able to, like, do friend shit together.
Yeah. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
So
what, you got a question? I had a question.
About to ask a question.
Go ahead.
Ask the same question.
No, go ahead. Ask a question.
So you actually.
No, we do. We can finish at 60.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
My question. Well, no. Go ahead. Ask your question.
No, go ahead.
I'll have to.
I gotta pull it up.
Okay, me too.
All right, I'll ask it. All right, so this is a little. I guess it's a game. It's not really a game, but all right. So I just want to know what y'all think. So here's a question that. Oh, if one of us.
Oh, I know he's about to ask. I know he's about to ask.
Where's the question?
If one of you got arrested.
I knew that's the one. If one of us got arrested.
The other person did.
Yeah.
If Brock got arrested,
Brock ran a car into somebody's house. I feel like if Brock got arrested, it's something crazy.
I'm gonna make it work.
You sent me to jail.
Right. It's gonna be a dead
I'm
line
about to
between
make it
love and hate.
on fire.
That's what
It's a
it
dead
is.
line between
Love and hate right there.
I know this wasn't my question, but I was thinking like he would have had to murder somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so weak.
If I ever touch a jail, it's not gonna be for a night.
Oh, weak.
If Greg got arrested, it would be because he smacked somebody. Hands down. That's what it is. Somebody said something past his point of capacity. Because he give people passes.
Yeah.
Past capacity. Because he'll go back and forth with you a little bit.
He needs to pass, honestly. Like,
Yeah.
he needs to pass. He needs to pass. Somebody needs to get him a pass.
I'm so
But
I would say both of y'all fighting though.
I'm not a fighter.
Okay, let's stop playing with me.
He's not a fighter, but sometimes he just have this fighting spirit where it's like,
That's why you the problem one. Where everything be going down.
Like, he talking, I'm done talking.
Yeah.
I'm done with the talking. Like,
King, like, what do you say? Because I'm about to lay hands.
that's it.
Yeah,
I'll let him
exactly.
be.
it was a while. It was like years ago. We was out in Richmond and we was lit.
Oh,
King
man.
is like, I'm about to just fight somebody. I'm looking at him like, why you about to fight? I'm looking at him like, yo, shut up.
Right.
He's like, nah, let me at him. Let me that scrappy dude. Sit your ass down.
That Waffle House will get to you.
When you get the All-Star special?
I get the Texas cheese-tail, man.
Fried hearts.
Oh,
I'm so weak.
Love us
Wait.
from the club.
Before we leave, I've been wanting to play this game. I'm gonna see if I can explain it. Remember the game we started playing, which point in the land? Okay, this is the game, and then we wrap it. Okay, So y'all are at the count of three. Y'all three are gonna say random words, right? You heard sort of. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good. Somebody else.
A, B.
No.
No.
The other game.
Oh,
We
the
didn't
other
get it.
game.
Okay.
That's so good.
So at the count of three, y'all gonna say random words,
I
right?
this to you.
And then
Okay.
I'm gonna count to three again. So then you're gonna take the random words and try to think what is a word that's similar, that describes all of them
Yeah. I'm
together.
One word that describes the
Describes
words that we say.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Water.
Eggs.
What'd you say?
Nothing.
I thought they had to guess.
No. All right. So now you want me to say it again? What we
Go
doing?
ahead.
Say it again.
Nah, you got
All
it.
right.
You
That
got
was good.
I know it could have been.
Good.
No, so wait. Y'all say all random words. Then you count to 3, and you have to say one word that describes all the words to see if y'all guess the same word.
it. Okay.
All right.
So like he said eggs, I said water.
You could-
Say if you would have said stove, we could have been like,
Kitchen.
yeah.
Right.
The goal is to try to get to think of the same
Oh,
word.
so the second part, we all saying
No, like if he said eggs, water, and you said milk, it could have been groceries.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
when we guess like the word that
Yeah.
combines on, we all saying it at one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That's
you
what
want
I
to
was
guess the
thinking.
same
That's
word.
all.
Yeah, got it. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Water.
Eggs.
Oh, I did it again. I said, buy me a drink first.
Wait, this is what we gonna do. We about to say it
All right.
at the count of 3. Ready?
All right.
1, 2, 3.
Bacon.
You did it.
You didn't say nothing. What'd you
She
say?
said it.
Water.
Bro, you can't keep saying water.
Oh, okay.
Like you said water 7 times.
I ain't hear a word.
Alright, go ahead.
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
Kitchen.
Bacon.
What'd you say?
Jacket.
Jacket. Bacon.
And I said kitchen.
All right.
Jacket, bacon, kitchen. We got a symbol on that real quick.
All right, yeah. Jacket.
Jacket, bacon, kitchen.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay. I got it. Jacket, bacon, kitchen.
Oh, I got it.
What? Jacket, bacon, kitchen. bacon, kitchen.
Like baking or bacon?
It don't matter.
Bacon, bacon,
All right, 4. Got it.
kitchen.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You want to tell
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, let you ready?
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Barbecue.
What?
What y'all said?
I said chef.
I was thinking chef.
Barbecue.
Oh!
What?
See?
Yes.
What?
What?
Yes.
Like,
Yo,
I'm thinking like a trench coat. And like, yeah,
Bacon and
she's in the kitchen
kitchen
with that trench coat.
with a jacket
y'all
of a
was-
chef.
I thought y'all
I was
said
saying
so.
bacon,
Oh.
like
Oh, bacon.
like
No,
a
bacon.
barbecue.
Yeah.
No, he was saying bacon.
I said
food.
bacon.
I know, but it's
But
But it's
barbecue.
still,
I thought
even
y'all about to
barbecue.
say brunch.
No.
Okay, alright, so we gotta keep going.
But I do. The chef was good.
Yeah,
You got
that
that.
was
the
good.
chef had a coat
Yeah.
in the kitchen
All
making
right,
bacon.
right. That makes
Let's try it
sense.
again. Run that
All
back.
right.
1, 2, 3.
Beach.
Eggs.
Shoes, eggs.
Beach.
You hungry?
I know.
Dude,
Ready?
I'm that Waffle House
All right.
Wait, fight
Wait,
tonight.
shoes,
again.
Beach.
shoes, beach,
And you said
and
bacon.
eggs.
Oh, eggs.
Shoes.
I got a word.
Shoes. Okay,
Yeah, that's easy.
you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Like sure.
Okay.
Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Vacation.
What'd you say?
Yacht.
Picnic.
Y'all was close. All right, last time and then we out. We
Hold
almost
on,
Like
had
this.
You said you like this?
Like this.
Good. What you think? All right.
I don't know. I'm gonna just.
Don't say eggs again. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
AR.
You said Henny?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I said rapper.
And I said DR.
Oh, I got it.
Like Dior?
DR. Like
Oh,
Dominican
Dior.
Republic.
Oh, DR.
Rapper.
Like a rapper.
Rapper.
Blah, blah, blah.
Big up.
Oh, Big
Henny.
South. Yeah. Henny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
This
Oh, that's easy.
You
That's
think
easy.
so?
Wait,
Yes.
hold on.
Rapper, DR,
Okay.
and Henny?
Y'all better.
That's a
If y'all,
dangerous combination.
y'all gotta get this.
I got
This is simple. You gotta go simple.
So wait, I'm gonna. Okay.
Ready?
No. Rapper.
Uh-huh.
DR.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Henny.
Henny.
Yeah. You got it.
That's easy.
I don't know the rapper.
It's any
Like
rapper.
any rapper.
MC.
2 Chainz.
Rapper.
Out of all the rappers, you said
I don't know
Tupac.
the rapper. But I don't know the rapper. Why you stuck on
Okay, I got one. All right, let's go. I don't know if you're gonna get what I'm saying.
Let's see.
But
No, I
let's
think
see.
you're thinking too hard.
You
need
probably
to-
are,
I
but
got
I feel like
Go ahead.
it's so
All right,
simple.
ready?
It's a
1, 2, 3.
Clown.
Bumbo, bumbo. I was there with you. I was just specific.
Why did y'all say vacation?
I said club, Coco Bonga.
What'd you say?
It's the club from DR.
We was close. But you went too.
Yeah.
And what you say?
I told you don't.
All right. Y'all want to do one more now?
We gotta do 2 then, because we gotta get one word and try to put them together.
Yeah, 2. That's okay. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Flowers.
All right.
I didn't say
All
nothing.
right.
Say it,
You think of
damn.
a word.
Wait, this is so funny. Yo, Brock said sex though. Right? He's like, I thought you would got a coat on. She could have bacon in the kitchen naked. Like, what?
You know?
Oh my God, I like where you was going. But this is a family friendly podcast. You know what I'm saying? All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Friends.
No, you
You back
said
on them eggs?
Run it back.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Flowers.
Okay. Flowers, plants.
Beyonce.
Oh, come on.
Flowers.
Plants,
and
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Oh, I got some. Plants Beyonce.
Flowers, plants, Beyonce.
Plants and Beyonce.
Trying to get
Flower,
me out
plants,
of
and
here.
Beyonce.
Think about Beyonce with plants.
You ain't got to think about the plants. You just
Oh, okay, I got it. Flowers, plants. Okay.
slow. You gotta get it.
Oh,
Y'all ready? You need some time?
Plants.
Flowers,
Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Are you
All
ready?
right. 1, 2, 3.
Ivy.
I'm done with y'all.
What'd you say?
God, I'm done with y'all.
What'd you say, King?
Blue Ivy. Why?
Ivy.
Oh, I got it. That was good.
Ivy.
That was good. You should have said that. That was a good one. All right, y'all.
Because at first I was going to say
That came and went though.
Yeah.
Came and went.
Listen, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of How to
I'm
Emphasis Podcast.
Yeah, thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Brock and King, for just coming, bringing the
Thank you
laughter
for
and so
having
much energy. We're so grateful for the both of you. All right, bye, y'all.
All right, y'all. Thanks.
Later.
Peace out.